Don't even think about trying to escape.
Wings us together.
Yay.
Man and wife. Because I'm a Sicilian.
Oh my god.
I just read that
I
book
can't
again.
tell you that. It's always something different.
It's a good
Prince
movie.
of Rose.
Speaking of different, the cameras are on.
Oh.
Hi everybody, welcome
They
back
do
to
that
Wayward
every
7.
week, I swear.
You know what? I'm never paying attention. There's a countdown. I've said this before, and I don't listen. Anyway, so thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I'm your DM, as always, Will, and we're back with... I do that so much. With another exciting episode of the Wayward 7, hopefully picking up from the Chaos Pit. We'll figure out the name on the way, but...
Is that a balloon?
We'll see what happens. Anyway, we have a special thing going on today, but we'll cut to Ethan, I believe. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Guests.
Hi, Ethans.
Well, one.
Sydney's
At least-
back. Hi, Sydney. Welcome back, Sydney.
I came back. I keep
Reagan?
coming back. Who
Reagan's
knows?
here too.
So, there's 2 holidays this week.
Yeah.
Actually.
Big ones.
The first one, Will told me I wasn't allowed to dress up for because it is National Nude Day.
Dress down.
So, birthday suit, right?
Yeah, well, how fitting.
But little do you know, I'm not wearing pants. Don't fact check me.
Reagan can.
He is not wearing pants.
Honey.
They're shorts.
They're shorts.
Yeah.
To be clear, we don't, no demonetized, no age restricted. But much more importantly, it's Lauren's birthday!
I'm old.
Oh yeah. No, you're not.
Oh yeah!
Perfectly
Say
aged.
holla.
Ooh, there it goes.
Like fine wine.
Whoa! I know what you're talking about.
So,
I bet
you
you
know what would be a great birthday present?
Not
Yeah.
dying.
What? The best.
Not dying.
Well, that's
Shut
kind of by nature of
Tell me what I
birthdays,
want most
right?
in
Still
the world,
salty.
Ethan. Shut up.
What Lauren
It's my
wants
birthday. Shut
most
up.
in the world is for you to
my
subscribe to this channel.
Yes. Good, noble wish, Lauren.
Happy
Yay.
I only wish for
blow
the
out the
best.
candles.
Speaking of the greater good there.
But well, you told someone, so I guess it doesn't come true. Birthday
Say it.
wishes, but well, she told someone, so it's not
Okay,
going to come
well,
true.
I'm
right?
not going to tell them
But
what
break
I
the
want.
curse and prove birthday wish rules wrong or
Yeah,
something. Just
superstitions.
subscribe. It's Lauren's birthday, and
you
also
too.
leave a comment and say happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Lauren.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Lauren.
On that note,
Day.
Lauren, what would you like to say?
What a great segue, man.
Special birthday girl.
Thank you. You know
So
what
glad
else
this is
I
all
would really
unscripted.
love on my birthday is if you follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Wayward 7.
Unless you live in
And
Montana.
any
No,
day
it's
other than her
really-
birthday.
Yeah, thank you. You know what? I would also really like if we don't die.
Oh, we're done.
I would like that too.
Roll for.
Please, you love me.
Huh?
Also, for her
Please.
birthday, Lauren
have
will
to
get
kill
one
Reagan.
roll
Nice.
with the purple
A
D20.
soul for
Yes,
a soul.
purple is my favorite color, so that means it'll be the dice I use tonight, yeah?
Huh? You have purple dice?
No, but
You
you
do.
do.
Huh? I only have a purple die, sorry.
Purple die,
one,
sorry.
just
purple
Oh, and
die.
speaking of die.
Anyway.
Speaking of die,
Speaking of
We skipped
Let's
over
get
the part
into
where
the
you said I
episode.
had to.
I think we're ready to get into tonight's game.
Balloon Man.
Whoa, man.
I know we've talked about this before, but like,
How'd that
Weird
fucking
Al.
hit my head?
Just imagine it.
Grab and go.
Just imagine.
Stop it! Ah, the back!
No!
Hey, everybody!
Val, if you're out there.
Freaking
I didn't-
balloons,
I didn't.
sneakies.
It's Lauren's birthday.
It is Lauren's. I'm giving the balloons Lauren. So,
Cover your face. the
Barry,
entire
Lauren, and
set.
balloons.
Okay.
Make a death saving throw
last
from balloons.
time we left off, I hate. I feel it in my heart, the dark side.
I can feel
Anyway.
the pull.
Last time we left off, the party had a faithful encounter
That's not word for it.
with one of the head competitors that they had been previously warned about for the race. An outsider who has been known to dabble here and there, traveling from place to place. Valora the Swift.
Fleet.
The Fleet.
Yeah, I looked it up. We were.
Was it Fleet?
Yeah, it's
Man.
Fleet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Valora the Fleet. I believe it. Actually, I did pull up those notes. It's right there. Valora the Fleet. She's Swift Fleet.
Well, you're just saying that because I said I pulled up the notes. You just don't want
I
me to
just pulled them up right now.
outdo you.
He's
Anyway,
intimidated.
so, Valora the Fleet. A faithful encounter, one that was probably a bit unexpected for some, especially Icarus, who received the first blow of this upcoming duel of sorts. This group, the group that Icarus recognizes as the right hand of the Sovereign, the ones who work directly under Lady Guardvita, the Secargio, an elite group of taskmasters, soldiers who have been trained specifically for jobs such as this: ambush, retrieval of peoples and information, specifically for Guardvita. That being said, there was a brief moment where Valora was offering mercy to an extent after taking several shots at people.
Shots were fired.
Shots were fired.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder how.
And Chris,
I don't
with
want to hear
his
it.
brave heart and noble intentions,
Were they?
No brain cells.
It was not my
leaped
idea.
from the beetle he was riding, with herb in hand, and charged forward
Made for
to be met with a volleys of
There was a nod.
gunfire and bolts. With that being said, it was a bit painfully obvious how outgunned they were at the time, and some
Obvious
of the
to
party,
most.
Obvious to most. Some of the party opted to take cover. Some of them opted to charge forward,
What a good idea.
and some tried to negotiate. Negotiations that were on the right track. However, being the end of the day, we're getting there. It was seeming that one of the early birds, or rather early worms,
Early worm got the
Good
worm.
segue.
got
They got their revenge.
the upper hand.
They got their segue.
Even though they don't have any hands.
Disrupting the firefight and negotiations going on. Erupting from the earth, the sand pit it left behind, dragging down
Dragon.
literally everybody but the lizard for a time and Cassandra. However, Cassandra, seeing that most things were going down, quite literally,
Might as well go too.
she opted to jump on the bandwagon, follow in to the depths below. As the worm collided and clashed with the soldiers, the rest of you fell into the abyss below. And that is where we pick up. So, those of you who are still conscious, Chris,
Yep.
Cassandra,
That's it.
Animals?
you
I'm gonna change
stand there. And go ahead, both of you make hate decks. So let's pick it'd still be a deck save, unfortunately, but deck saves for the two of you.
Alright. Hey. That's pretty good. 22.
22?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, nice. Both of you are able to hear it and see it. Barreling creatures. Most importantly, the beetle, as it has kind of balled up and is now
Rolling.
rolling down directly towards you and the rest of the group.
In the deep.
However, the two of you are both fast enough to grab the unconscious folk and run them over to the side, keeping them away. making sure that they do not barrel into you. And you watch the beetle kind of rolls and then just kind of slowly flops out on the ground. And you kind of watch as Urena, stuck with bolts but still kicking, slides down. Yeah, she's still there.
Just had to make sure.
She okay?
Slides down as well as the lizard, who also does fairly well. And as the reptile kind of like looks up, trying to scratch the sand, you watch as he immediately just starts running the other way in the darkness, as just loads of sand pour down afterwards, as well as bricks, shingles, and what you recognize as the rubble from the house that seems to have come down to with you. But seems to mostly come to a slow kind of halt as debris fills up the tunnel. That being said, people are bleeding out. What the two of you doing?
First, I shall use second wind.
Okay. So,
Any healing
the
like
second
that?
wind, what are you doing?
No, I'm trying to find it.
Healing people.
Who are you healing
Who
first?
did I grab? What'd you say?
I would say you didn't really grab any, but, well, when you pulled people
Yeah,
aside,
when you pulled like who's
you would have probably grabbed Icarus and
Gwen.
Gwen. Yes.
I will do one of my healing pools on Gwen.
Okay.
So you get 3. Yay!
Bring it back up to 3.
I can't heal.
I can
only hurt.
I can keep going. I have 3 more.
Okay.
Just
Well, you got 3
Bop.
more. Touch.
These.
I bought Icarus for
Okay.
Automatically
4.
fail a death save.
Can you heal someone?
Four.
I can heal.
So you're back up to 4 Icarus.
I go
And Herb and Nastani are both unconscious.
Yep.
Yeah.
dash over to them.
Okay.
1 more for each. That's 6 to Nasani.
Okay.
Nastani?
Nastani.
Nastani.
6.
And then for
Nest-
Herb,
Not to be confused with
Herb
Natsuki.
is a 5.
Herb is a 5.
Herb gets 5.
He's 5 years
But
old.
he's actually a
everyone.
10.
And I have used all of my healing pool. And I don't get it back until I take a meditation break for 4 hours. Thanksgiving my longest.
Well,
I
we're
thought
not
that
doing
was-
anything right now.
I'm not busy
So-
at the moment.
As you revive those around you, bringing them back from their bleeding wounds and healing most of the most severe ones up, the rest of you, does anybody have dark vision?
She does.
I have a torch.
Can I use?
She's
Oh yeah,
MVP.
can I cast
I already established
Light.
mine earlier.
No,
Just
I-
not cast any light.
I was
so-
gonna say B.
You watch as the drift globe
Yeah.
pops out. And
The
remains-
Oh,
globe! I forgot about
and
the
watch
orb!
as the globe itself, you cast light in it. Essentially, it basically amplifies with the globe, but you guys have a full kind of view of this cavernous area. There are lots of holes in the ceiling, most of them which have kind of closed in on themselves a little bit, some on the floor, but you kind of get the sense that with this very solid stone floor, the worms don't seem to be able to go deeper than this cavern, as the stone kind of transitions to sandstone. One other thing that you do notice, painfully obvious in the room, is with the kind of multiple facets and tunnels that lead out, likely caused by worms. Some of them do seem kind of natural or have grown older with time, with more kind of damp formations forming. Something does catch your eye. What appears to be a large stone gateway.
Did my quarter staff fall down by any chance?
I've been over this one. Because
I just wanted to make sure.
yeah.
My crossbows.
Your crossbows are
I
there.
can find those.
I hope they
Don't
take it
pick
so I can
those
steal
up.
Yeah, you found your crossbow.
My instruments.
They were losing them. You did not
What?
slam it into the ground.
Yeah.
We're getting revenge.
Could I go over to go over to Urena and just kind of like try to
Calm her.
Urena
tend to
is
her, try and
kind of like
patch her up as best I
bucking,
can,
kicking around and kind of like
calm her a little
Wait,
bit.
so are all our mounts down here, or?
most of the mounts, all but one
The
bird.
beetle?
Yeah.
The beetle fell down too. Yeah.
Beetle
the lizard
rolled.
fell down?
The beetle rolls. Yeah, the beetle's down there.
One
so
bird.
The birds.
Bird.
Oh,
We've
do I
still
write
got-
the
How
list?
are all of them looking?
Or Ewok.
The beetle is barely touched.
no.
The lizard is
Partly touched.
a little hurt. And then Urena is rough.
I'm gonna go over to Urena and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, yeah, I would like to. I'm gonna go to my little beetle boy,
Okay.
and I would like to cast.
Sit in the jacuzzi.
I'm doing really well for the pets. She got a 10.
Okay.
I'm glad.
What
I'll
did
do
she take from the floor?
What did Urena take from the floor? She took 6.
Okay. Then she got 10 back, so she is at.
Cure wounds on.
She has 30 max,
Just took max.
and then she got 10, so she's at 18.
Got it.
I'm gonna cast cure wounds on my beetle.
Okay.
The beetle's
Cast
fine.
Cure Wounds on
The beetle's so
myself.
fine.
Huh?
The beetle is so fine.
Beetle has not been
He's
better.
got 8 hit points to. he's
down.
He's got some.
Guys, we gotta take
We can
care of
improve on the situation, okay?
12. So he's back up to 100.
You watch as the bolts kind of, and you kind of see the beetle just kind of the large kind of horns
Me and
just
my
kind of
hammer chill.
I'm
brush
trying to be
against
like-
your head.
So Valora, she's up there.
Presumably.
Allegedly.
Fighting
Wait, we
the
don't know
worm,
if she
most
fell,
likely.
right?
Hmm?
We don't know if she fell.
We don't see signs of other people's weapons.
I'd say you don't see signs of other people. Not
Okay.
in this pit. Now the worm could have burrowed somewhere else, and maybe that would have changed the situation. But
How's everyone feeling?
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
I'm not gonna lie.
Not great.
I'm kind of low on
See?
HP.
Bolts shot into my back.
I'm
Herb
going
looks
to-
like a porcupine.
I'm
Yeah.
going to,
I flew.
I'm gonna like patch him up and cast Cure Wounds on him.
I flew into the air because of a worm.
Can't believe they shot me.
Yeah, it
Let's
wasn't Earth's
get-
body, just like a.
Nice.
My shoulder's gone.
Whose fault is that?
Let's establish a
The gun.
baseline. Because we've run into a lot of similar situations. If we encounter one of the best
doesn't
racers in
get
the
his
race, or if we encounter someone from a government, the most
Alright, no
elite
promises on that one.
force that the government has to offer, do not antagonize.
Stand
Was that
promises.
targeted at anybody?
Yes, it was. It was you.
I think it was
I'm
more
not
of a
gonna
bronze-
single anybody
Don't look
out.
at me, Jack, because you nodded to me. You
I
told me
also-
to.
I think
The
Generally.
overall
I'm getting the blame put
I
on.
also
You've done
cast
it most
Healing Word on
recently.
myself.
Rena and myself both have also had
And Dara.
run-ins.
No, wait, no, Dara said it to speak for yourselves.
I did it for
You said
Daryl.
that there was a gateway?
Yeah, I was about to say, Cassandra
Okay,
wants to
is
go
there-
look at the gate.
There's a
there
gateway, yeah. Or
any,
what
like,
looks to be a gateway.
signs, ruins, anything?
Yeah, the two of you walking up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. You guys can,
Yeah.
Yeah.
looking at it,
Ooh,
go
totally.
ahead and make
Totally.
history checks down here at the very
Can I?
bedrock of the... Three of you go for
Gwyneth
it.
Do I
rolled
get
a healing
anything
roll.
for the archaeology thing?
I run over and hug
Your
Miss
DC was my
Donnie.
history check.
Okay, cool.
Who's feeling digital?
Hang on! Hang on! Hang on!
We've got the same one.
I think I got a 7.
7,
7.
7,
19.
19, okay.
I'm glad one of us
One
is
of these
smart.
things is not like
Like,
the other.
One of these things, study this.
Yeah, so one of you is an archaeologist.
Charles?
It's actually not that far-fetched.
I look at
that
Brock.
she might know Charles, but anyway. So Cassandra, as you look at this stonework, you can tell that it's fairly old. Almost probably as old as the town up above you. The stonework there, it might be a bit older. There's a loose connection there with the stonework that you can see. The placement, however, it looks different. Whereas the stonework upstairs was, or upstairs, but above ground, was a bit archaic. It was a bit, not necessarily mastercraft. It was probably done by villagers, by people who have, who lived there and kind of worked the land or were fishing. This one, while around the same kind of stone, as well as the same kind of age, it seems to be more refined. It seems to be more intricate, more eloquent. But most noticeably is the massive stone door with what appears to be a sigil of a ring with what appears to be 8 points, 8 runes, and 8 rays that kind of weave together beneath it, and almost like a trail. It is odd, and nothing that you know of or have seen quite looks like this.
Can I use my master tracking skills as displayed whenever we were hunting those little goons down.
Yeah. What you looking for?
Well, you said that there's like a trail of some sort. Like, can I follow the trail?
No,
On
he's
the
talking about
door.
on the door.
I thought you were talking about the trail that. Never mind. Okay. Well, can I see if like there's any like move or like can I see if anything's been like messed with or like
On the door?
yeah, like can I just like mess with the door?
Make an insight check. Are you touching, like, poking in and stuff, or what you doing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna start like just seeing
Poking
if
it?
it has any like.
I'll say herb. As soon as you take your finger and just go, boop, the runes on the door begin to glow. And this kind
Roll
of
for
golden
initiative.
light. Roll for initiative, herb. Actually, dex save. It's a disintegrate beam now.
Your entire party.
Mass
wipes
disintegration beam.
Mass disintegration.
Can I punch through
It
the
hits
wall?
only the beetle.
It splits everything.
Has exactly
The
100.
beetle is resistant to death.
Are they, like, can we tell what
Resistant to
language they
damage.
are?
Yeah.
Tell what language? Ooh, good question. I'll say you can make a history check.
Please roll
Hey,
better.
Oh, can I also do that?
Is it a history check?
You have advantage.
I have advantage.
Could I drop kick the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the other one.
Let's start in a second. We'll get to that.
21.
21?
19.
19? It's different rolls for both of you. From what you can see, they are very old, they are very archaic, and they are very... Simple isn't really a word that you should be using, but
Rudimentary.
they're rudimentary. However, Nastani, these runes are somewhat familiar. You have seen these runes before. You've seen these runes way back when in Pluto Hole.
Oh my god.
That's the place.
In the room where
Don't do that.
I'll stab you with it if you do.
were they in the like the magic magnifying room, or were they?
They're
Oh,
similar.
I
They're
catch
not the
fire.
exactly same,
So,
and they're not in the same arrangement, but these are the same runes, yes.
But it's not in the language that any of us can read.
It's not a language that you know, that's for sure. What languages do you speak?
It's very basic. Common, Elvish, and Celestial.
Okay, you can't
Is
read
it orc?
It's not Orc. I know
It's
you
not
can
giant.
read. You can read all that.
I have 3 languages.
Yeah, well, the 3 are wrong. But that being said, the runes, as Herb touches it, glow, and the runes start to shape and form as more kind of in these kind of squiggly-like energies writhe up from the beams of this ring across the top and over the top of the door, begins to make some sort of writing of sorts. Herb, what languages do you speak?
Well, actually, unfortunately, it says no choice made, so I speak common.
Which checks out, you were born a few days ago.
Yeah.
You haven't seen the
Herb,
Can you do stuff from us?
as these runes form and shape, they take many different forms of various different languages, until eventually they squiggle and form the writing of common. And you can actually read the words above the door. And Herb, as you read it, and I would say the two of you can also see it. In this ancient place of knowledge and lore, a lock stands firm. We must guard the door. But fear not, dear initiate, for the way is clear. Unlock the door with what we gave, that which you hold dear.
I throw her.
We don't got this.
I'm gonna pour the water on the shield.
I'm gonna grab the base,
Great insight,
mend
Joe.
the base.
Can I
No,
get
you
it
gotta
up one
set
more time?
fire to
Yeah.
the shield.
In this ancient place of knowledge and lore, a lock stands firm. We must guard the door. But fear not, dear initiate, for the way is clear. Unlock the door with what we gave, that which you hold dear.
It's me.
It's Herb.
I jump into the door.
You and just,
Do we?
Can I run up to it and drop
Wait,
kick it?
no, but
Herb,
wait a minute.
touch
yeah, you're
it.
gonna try to drop kick it?
Are there any
Herb.
indents in the door?
Touch it.
Make an investigation
I
check.
did.
I'm
That's
with
what
her.
it made
Yeah,
the thing.
you can make it with advantage.
Everyone's
Icarus is helping you out.
I was like
Or
really.
Icarus, you can make a separate roll. Whichever.
You said
do.
investigation.
Yep.
Did you want to roll separate, or did you want me to do advantage?
We'll roll separate.
Stop it.
Beat him. Choke him right now.
Birthday punchies.
Reagan, you like choking people. Kill me.
Leave so okay.
Sorry, Ben.
Sorry, Ben.
I know you
I
don't
don't want to
watch
look
this.
over there. Sorry,
Sorry,
Ben.
Ben.
You keep.
You have your own.
I
That
don't-
is
you look at
mine.
that camera. I know it's yours. I
That
got
is
that one.
mine.
I know.
You're
sorry.
I look there all
You're
the
a
time.
worthy
You look
companion.
forward.
over there.
You better
Chris!
stop. Chris, come on, man. You better fix that. Anyway,
Use my lightning.
15.
15,
16.
16.
Better than you.
So, both of you
Competition.
looking about. There are many different kind of indents on this door. It is textured. It has very nice decoration, other than the obvious sun-like motif with the rays and the 8 points on the circle. However, looking
Plug it in, Evan.
at the center,
Unplug
just
one.
below the sun and in between the rays, there does seem to be a rune that is standing quite firm as compared to the others.
Evan, the
Evan.
light that is on.
Unplug
Yes.
that one.
Take a plug out of the light that is on.
Such a special boy.
Yeah, I was like, there's not another plug.
Chris is a great character.
We
That
love
is
Chris.
reflective.
Evan's not even acting.
He's not even acting.
You guys are mean.
I know.
Anyway, well, he
That's
fixes
why I
that.
chose a dumb character so I wouldn't seem dumb in real life.
Well, then we asked you to
We
plug
see
the
how
light
that's
in.
going for
and-
ya.
You guys are. I hate all of
Hey, you
you.
got it.
Oh look, now it's
I
in
don't want to
frame.
hit it.
Now it's in frame.
I hate all of you.
It's in frame. Evan, it's in frame, man.
It's my birthday.
It's her birthday.
It's the
Evan,
other
while
one.
you're jacking around there, I want to get back to this plot.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yes.
So, this rune, stuck at the center, underneath the sun, in between the rays, does seem to have a circular indent. Icarus, you take out your amulet, seeing the kind of very minute details of it now, the kind of subtle scooping edges that it has, the circular nature. You place the amulet into the socket there. And with that, there's a heavy kind of and you watch as the door buckles.
That was less than an hour, guys. This is
Yeah.
our new best
Less
record.
than 5 minutes. I'm so proud.
This is a new best record.
Look at us go. Who'd have thought? Not me.
Thanks
I did nothing to help.
From experience, not me.
Static time.
So,
I dropped it.
there you go, you got it. So, that being said, the door buckles, and it begins to open towards you. As it does, are you two the ones who are standing closest?
I guess so.
Makes sense. Unfortunately.
We probably
You
should
pressed
have
your lock it in. The door buckles, you were able to pull it back, so you still have it.
Yes.
It's just a key.
You are greeted
Oh no.
We feel low bias.
with a massive copper faceplate.
I pick it up.
Not there yet. It is a humanoid structure towering at about 13 feet tall. Massive, lanky arms. He's kind of shorter, stubby legs with a longer torso and these kind of heavy, claw-like hands. You see there's intricate carving on the copper that has long since patinaed and has turned this kind of very dark greenish color. And you see what appears to be a very simple, kind of domed head, almost inset into the chest, with what appears to be multiple glowing holes that seem to kind of be shedding this golden light as the runes kind of run from the door and into this automaton. And as it steps forward into the light of the drift globe, you can see that it is old and decayed. Not dirty. And I would say those of you too close can see the faint scratches on the kind of cracked visage of the helmet. What appears to be a U shape and a big shape right underneath two of the kind of orbs. What appears to be an archaic smile.
Aww.
And
And he kills
as
us.
you open, you see the head rotate towards the two of you, and noises come from the center.
You found a kalimba.
And it kind of looks back and forth.
I'm so happy you found a kalimba.
It was a lot of work.
Where did you find it?
I
And
thought
then we'll
that
talk
was-
about it later.
Hello.
notes, and it kind of shuffles forward. You kind of have to move out of its way as it doesn't quite register you fully there. But you see it kind of peek the head out of the door, looking about, noticing the drift globe as well as the many people here.
Gwyneth, play some
You say
notes
this?
on her lyre.
Okay. I take out my lyre and I start playing a couple notes.
Okay.
I repeat the notes that they're.
You repeat the notes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ding, doo, doo. I repeat the notes again.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Would she happen to actually know what?
Watches it, turns around, and starts to walk inside.
I was gonna say, if you know music, is he spelling something out with the notes he's saying?
Ain't no way.
Oh, I don't.
I don't think we're into that much approach.
I know face.
I would say.
B.
I would say
A,
make a.
D.
Negative buff.
Make a. Ooh, this would be a hard one. Hard one for me
It's
to tell.
toughy.
Insight check. Just do an insight check for you.
I drop kick the door.
14.
14. I would say you don't know if there's exactly a language that it's speaking with the notes.
Mm-hmm.
You gather that it is responding, and it does seem to be interpreting what you're saying, whether it understands your language or not.
You're trying at least.
But this ancient automaton seems to be able to communicate through these very limited amount of notes, somewhere from within inside. Doesn't seem to have any vocal resonators or anything crazy like that, but the small musical notes seem to be its way of communicating, and depending on where this pitch goes to or from, seems to be giving kind of indirect answers.
Okay. So you said it might I don't know if it understands what we're saying or not.
It's hard to tell. It is responding.
Can I try something?
It is walking away.
Oh, well, can I? Well, okay, no, we'll just follow.
As I
I'll follow it.
I'm gonna grab some rubble from the ground and start giving it to Savannah.
Okay. Starts eating. Takes a kind of a hunk of a break and starts.
While we're following it, can I say yes, low note, no, high note with my lyre? Okay, I don't know how I would.
I think those are the two notes he's gonna use.
Okay. Are you going to help us? Okay.
Can we rest?
The high note was yes.
Yes, the high notes.
It's continuing to shuffle forward as you ask these questions. You
Are
see
we
the
safe
light.
here?
Can you pick me up?
And you kind of watch as it stops. Kind of clawed hand of the lanky arm extends towards you. You step in it.
Yeah.
Can I get on it too?
It lifts you up. I would say, are you just going for it, or are you asking?
Can I get on?
As it puts her on its shoulder and continues to walk forward down these tunnels. Similar hallways, much larger than the ones you guys have previously been in.
Do not take anything from here.
Not.
As you continue down the hallway, immediately to the right, you see what appears to be a staircase. Familiar to what you guys have seen before, those of you who have been in the previous rooms. Maybe going down to check it out, or?
I'm just following, dude, bro.
Yeah, I'm following him.
I'm following the same dude.
So, as you follow him, not too far up the hallway, there is a left door, and kind of pushes it open and steps to the side.
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna kind of have my drift globe, that way I can see into the room.
I have a question. So we walked past a staircase with a roof.
Walk past the staircase, yeah.
Does it go
Are
up or
we
down?
allowed to
Goes
go?
down.
Are we allowed to go down there? Okay.
But
Could
rest
we
here?
explore it later? Okay. So we could go back later.
I'm gonna.
It's holding the door open here.
I'm
Yeah.
going
So
in.
we'll go in.
Okay.
As you enter the room, you hear the automaton, and you watch as the room begins to light up with these crystals that are kind of placed periodically through the kind of rim of this large circular ceiling. Inside this room is an interesting sight. There are bookcases. Not many, but there are many, many large tables that kind of round the room, and one very large one at the center with what appears to be a dome-like structure at the center of the table. And he watches the automaton, as everybody has entered, begins to walk over the bookshelves. You guys are welcome to explore the room if you wish.
Nobody take anything, and try not to
Provoke.
leave an obvious trail,
Okay.
or any trail if you can help it.
Would anybody like to go down the staircase with me?
I want to
I
rest
need to
first.
rest.
We have to rest. Yes.
Yes, we should rest.
Cassandra isn't heavy right now. She is loving this. She has a notebook out and it's like on page
So
like
it's-
5.
There's bookshelves. And
There are bookshelves, and you see automaton who has walked over to one of them. Recites the very similar tonal frequency of, and he watches the bookcases open, and books begin to slowly levitate out into its palms. As both stacks walks over, two very similar stacks, appears to be two sets of the same books, and then looks over to the two of you, and you hear
do we keep these?
right in front of one of the tables and places them down.
Are these to be kept? We won't get in trouble for keeping them?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we will, or yes, we will.
We will get in trouble if we keep these? Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm going to immediately sit down.
Gwen isn't off.
Thank you.
She's just like,
Can I
she's
just-
never met somebody that's resonated with her musical instruments
Literally.
before.
Really resonated.
Can I ask him for a present?
What are you asking? Tell me what you say.
Can you give me something special? Don't know what that means.
That was special.
This
You
My-
yanked it out.
my
being here is
presence.
special. Being here, I believe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is special.
So,
Can I get a fist bump?
you holding out your hand to it?
Or like a high five?
You hold out. Are you just holding it out, or what are you saying?
This archaic thing know what a high five is.
It kind of looks at you,
And punches you.
and you hear it. And you kind of watch as the finger presses into your palm, and it kind of continues to shuffle towards this larger section of the room with these kind of smaller, almost what appear to be kind of imprints on the ground, the same size of its kind of large, clunky feet, and it kind of just plants itself. So, while you guys are handed books, stacks of books, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm just following him around.
Can I? Is there? Like,
He is
what-
kind of stationed at the center of the room, or not
What's
the
the-
center, but the center wall.
Yeah.
What's the terrain like?
Stone floor, man.
Stone floor, nothing to climb on.
Can
It's like some bookshelves if you want.
Nothing to parkour off of.
can I go
Do
and
some flips. if you want.
investigate this thing, this automaton? Can I just go and like investigate
look at
and
him?
explore? Like, yeah.
Make an investigation check.
Can I go with her?
Can
Yeah,
I?
Go for it.
I would like to look for any books that are.
I'm not using this
that
dice
are in
anymore.
Draconic.
Well, I
Okay, sure.
no nothing.
Make an
Can I
investigation
look
check.
for any special books that like appeal to me or like?
Sure, make an investigation check.
17.
Okay. I will say you do find a book with draconic writing.
I know.
And as you flip through the pages, it appears to be a book on learning Draconic. From whatever this ancient language
Is
is.
there anything?
Just reverse engineer it.
Is there anything else?
That's about the
That's
only
about
book
it?
they would have there,
Dang.
yeah. It would be translating Draconic figures into whatever the old writing is.
Okay.
You
Well,
could learn
I
a little bit of this writing.
I can't figure out anything about
What
it.
did you get?
I got a 3.
I'd say just getting a good glance at it. It is interesting. While it is old, it is kind of clunky. All the joints are seamless. The handicraft on it is impeccable. It's might have at one point been a highly decorated automaton, something that was way more grand in visage than it is now. But it does seem that centuries,
Yeah.
multiple, have worn this thing down, and it is a marvel that it still works.
Can I ask it 2 questions before you?
Sure.
Do you have a master? Is your master still alive?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
You're with the automaton too?
Mhm.
What you doing?
I was looking, same as she was, but also like trying to sketch it in my book as I'm like looking. I got 16 on my
16. Noticing like more kind of intricate details of the joints, specifically that around the neck or where the neck would be. It's the head kind of insets, but you get the sense that it can extend and kind of lift out to look over its shoulders. You do notice something interesting. The fingers and kind of the joints near there are covered in what appear to be moss. And there's dirt that kind of seems to be locked in the joints. Its hands have been in the dirt, maybe, but there's not a lot of dirt down here.
I was about to ask, would it look not recent, but like moss and darkness? It's in the desert.
Not really. It's very out of place
Yeah.
for what you're been acclimated to.
Can I ask it if it was?
Were you from the jungle?
'Cause that's the nearest like. No.
I rolled an 18.
18 for looking for cool books.
Yeah.
You find one book that seems to have a lot of information, pictures more importantly, on plants. Plants you've never seen or plants you've never heard of.
As a plant yourself.
And you can't really read the writing, but the pictures sure very intricate.
Do I notice any of those like weird creatures from the giant pit that we?
I would say no. These look very foreign. The two of you, though, who were handed the books, notice that the books were placed on the larger circular table, of which you approach and see that the circular table, in fact, seems to have a map placed at the center of it.
Sketch that.
I'm gonna sketch that.
Sketch it.
A map of what?
Make a history check.
Okay, sure
Do we
thing.
both make a history check?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm looking at the studies.
Tainted his dice.
2,
I would say
which are like the last 3 rolls that Reagan got on
it
that.
looks roughly like Kohal. And as you kind of reach out, the map kind of almost has a 3D texture to it. And you kind of place your hands near it, just kind of on the desk.
You're retired.
And you notice that the golden wisps of light that seem to kind of be giving power to a lot of these structures, the lights, the automaton, the door, seem to flood this circular thing at the center of the table. And you watch as little beads of red light pop up here and there across this Kohal loosely looking country, or continent rather. But you also notice as it slightly begins to ever so slightly shift and rotate.
Like,
Map of
what do you mean? Like, it's rotating? Like,
Yeah, you touch it.
Like it's moving
Yeah.
underneath
yeah,
to reveal more.
You touching it?
yeah.
And as you kind of touch and push, it freely spins and you see other landmarks.
That is so cool.
Sorry, that was
That's
Chris'
my
voice.
Why are you trying to intimidate me, bro?
I'm sketching that.
This is fascinating.
You sound awesome.
And as
You
you
are
the
talking
books.
to a robot.
the books,
Robot.
all in a language you cannot read.
What, can I read it?
I would say no, we've been over this, but
Can I,
No.
they both do appear to be the same set of books.
if so if Chris found a book teaching Draconic,
Yeah.
can I find a book
sick.
teaching like
There could
either
be a
Aarakocra or Auron?
Okay, make an investigation check.
Can I search one more time for like maybe like an inventory book or like something like that that has like any information about what the place is or like.
So you already kind of looked and you can't read the writing.
do
So
I tainted your dice. I'm sorry.
Can I help him since we're both looking for if I
you already made the roll.
I was trying to say it before, but
It is a 1, a nat 1.
You don't find any Aarakocra
Nobody
writing.
let me tell you.
Honestly, the fact that he found a book that translates Draconic to whatever it is was probably a really rare find.
Actually, why don't
Can I see if there's anything
you use
in-
that book?
This dragon must have been real
You know
stupid.
Draconic.
Okay, before I go approach him and see if I can use the Draconic book, is there anything translating primordial or elfish? Or undercommon?
Go ahead and make an investigation check. Primordial, elvish, or undercommon?
Can I ask it another question?
Sure.
Do you have a name?
He said investigation.
I don't know how it would. I just want to know if it has something like it's called by. I don't know how it would
I'd argue.
tell us.
I'd argue.
Wait, what?
He said yes.
Oh,
I also rolled a 1. Not natural, but I rolled 1.
Translation books are hard to come by.
I'm gonna.
And especially in a room that doesn't seem to be geared towards translation.
Can I have that Draconic translation book?
Why?
Because I'm also Draconic, and I can read it.
What's your intelligence?
Okay. Are you wondering my intelligence right now?
No, just let me
I'm
know.
just asking to translate something else.
Fine.
Thank you, Chris.
Can I try something?
Sure, what's your turn?
Can I look for the most ancient, old-timey book in this?
Can't read it, but
But the oldest, like the most torn up, like the most like.
I want to see it.
Is it all of them?
I'd say you've already been looking for books. No more looking for books.
Is there no more looking for books?
You've already been looking for books.
Can I spin the globe?
Yeah.
I guess. And see if I can bring it over to.
We bring it back
Oh
to
no,
the hall.
we are on call. Okay, I had it backwards.
Yeah.
I thought you were telling us that it was Nui 2.
I never said that.
I know that's.
You're way too.
But
I
I said
was-
that there were other land masses, so.
I was freaking out so much more than I should have been.
Well,
But yeah, so if I bring it back to Coal Hall, does it like
the red lights remain, the pinpoints.
where are they?
Like, are they?
Make a survival check as you compare
Geography.
your current map to this, what appears to be a much older map.
Okay, I'm gonna try something.
Can I help him with that?
Yes, you may. You have advantage.
Is there any books in here in common?
That did nothing for me.
Books, book era.
Do I need to make a check?
You were asking.
Oh, I'm asking.
Yeah.
Oh, should I ask the DM? I'm asking the DM.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yeah.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
I feel like I'm
Got
interpreting that
19.
little thing as
19?
I don't
Nice.
know.
Okay.
It sounds like it.
Looking at the pinpoints, there are 3.
My investigation was 19. No books in
No
common.
books in common, unfortunately.
Any in giant? Okay.
You already
Wait,
answered
you
your
said
comment,
there was
sorry.
3 pinpoints?
That being said,
Dang it.
We're getting there.
there are 3 pinpoints on the map. And while it is hard to compare certain areas because the oceans seem to be in different areas, there's not really a desert here. There's not really necessarily, say, Mizumi is missing from the map as well.
Mm-hmm. Do they correlate with cities?
But-
Yeah, I was gonna say finish.
There is one mark that you do recognize, and it's unmistakable. The large, kind of boulder-like shape of Pluter Hole. And there's a red pin directly on it.
So I'm gonna make a note on my map at Pluter Hole, and then
There's
I assume that one is like.
Where we committed crime.
Let me
roughly
pull up my actual
in
map.
this newer ocean, right at the coastline.
Wait, that's the wrong map. Okay, so there's one pin at Pluter Hole, and then one far southeast of Pluter Hole.
Southeast at the coast, yeah.
That would believably be where we are. And where's the third one?
Third one. The third one would be far to the north at these large plateaus. At, I'd say with a 19, between the two of you, roughly about where Ravenhelm would be.
We know what happened in Ravenhelm.
Salad tongs.
So,
Anywhere else you want to take us?
you asking the automaton?
Yep. Yes, sir.
The head kind of turns towards you.
Lead the way.
Or just
Lead the way.
I'm gonna take my books with me.
I'm gonna put the books in the bag of holding. Do you want me to put yours in here too?
Yes.
Toss the books in the bag of holding.
Wait,
And I'm
can I label mine before I put them in?
yeah.
Sure.
Just like an eye
It's about
on like
8
the inside
books.
cover
Yeah.
of
You
each
don't
one.
have it
Okay.
with us.
We should have.
Do you open the books? Looking through them?
I had it in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I mean, I'd glance through. You said I couldn't read any of them, but I'd give a
The
look through
words you
them.
can, but there are some images. They appear to be maps. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of maps.
Very cool.
Some are text.
Can I
but a
take
lot of
this
them are maps.
book as well? It's the Draconic translating. Thank you. Put it in as well.
Are you helping them with the race?
Kind of stops and the head kind of tells him.
Buzz been trapped down here.
Well, that's why I'm asking. Like, I want to get a knowledge of what he knows.
Do you know what the race is?
Show us that.
The Champion's Pursuit.
I think that means I don't know.
Have you seen anyone else aside from us recently?
Bro's been alone.
He's a double agent.
You watch as he kind of shuffles and continues down through what appears to be another doorway.
Following him.
It leads out to a similar hall.
I'm-
Actually, sorry, the same hall. However, you do notice that a little further back there is another set of grand-looking doors.
I'm gonna separate myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back down that staircase
You go to the staircase.
from before.
Yeah.
By myself.
Walking back down the
Unless
hall.
somebody wants to go with me, but
I'll go with you.
I'll say,
I'm gonna go look at the staircase.
as you peek your
Why
head over the
not?
staircase, the tunnel that it leads to seems to have collapsed.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So,
Guess not.
it's a good venture, but you run back once again
Yeah.
past the more intricate door,
Just kidding.
catching up as it leads you further down the hallway. As it does, it leads you to a similar staircase, and from what you can see on this end, once again, it closed off at the end of the hallway. It seems to have collapsed at some point. As he turns to the right, heading down a staircase, you see it opens up into the much larger circular room. It is domed in nature, and as kind of enters, there's and this very almost sunlight-like light begins to emit from a large globe on the ceiling that is slowly shifting around the circular room. And in this room seems to be a large kind of garden. There are crops, there are bushes, lots of berries. I would say a lot of these look very strange to you. A lot of them you don't really recognize. You recognize the potatoes, but that's about it. The strange fruit growing from the trees down here, they don't quite match anything that you've seen.
What about the plants in the book that we saw?
I'd say, Herb, do you still have that book?
Yes, I do.
Plant book.
You do recognize the plants.
Oh,
These are them.
Are the
Is-
pictures taken like?
They're not photographs,
Yeah,
but they're
they're like
sketchings.
sketches,
Like
like how
accurate
they-
sketches of these, yes.
Okay.
Is someone down here taking care of these plants?
He kind of begins to shuffle forward. And I would say as he kind of makes his way, pushing aside some of the brush, there appears to be these 4 large stones that are just kind of these spikes with runes that have been roughly chiseled and carved into them.
Are you alone here?
I don't know. Anyone that's not human.
Well, are
Yeah,
any of
yeah,
us
yeah.
human?
Yeah.
That's true, ain't
It
it?
doesn't know if it's a
I
loner
take
or
it
not.
back.
Darrow was, I think.
There
But
was the last man.
I mean, like, we're like an
Is
animal.
there anyone else down here besides us? And she gestures to the automaton as well. That's like a unanimous
don't
us.
The head kind of rotates back towards the 4 kind of spiked stones in the ground. And
I'm gonna go
Is
look
it
at
them?
Give us an answer.
I'm gonna look at the stones and
look
see.
at the stones.
It sounds
Yeah.
like he's
Make
saying
a-
wait
make
and
a
look at 'em.
investigation check.
Are they movable?
Hmm?
Are they movable?
You go in and go move them?
Graves.
Do
They're
they
like
look?
Zen garden people.
They look like they're pretty heavy set in the ground.
That would be so sad. Why did you see
Uh,
that?
Sorry.
It's fine.
actually,
14.
good chance.
14. What'd you get?
3.
Okay. Even with a low score, you can plainly see that the runes are roughly carved, probably by larger hands, and they're very short and concise. They, from Astani, from what you can tell, they appear to be headstones.
Aww. That's right.
Did you carve these?
Oh!
Do we take him with us?
No!
What?
Oh, I thought you meant the headstones.
No.
Right.
Ludo, put it in the bag. In the bag of holding right now. That's archaeological evidence. We are Britain.
Just like to be like.
Were you not here last week? We are not Britain.
Sorry, forgot.
Are these
Don't mess it up.
people?
I don't know what that means.
I can't tell if it sounds like wait and see, or I don't know. But it sounds to me like he's like wait and see.
Were these your friends down here?
They wrote
I'm
everything
sorry,
in
friend.
there? No?
Did they collect those? Got it.
I asked which question.
Yeah.
That, doctor, is the right question. But with that, kind of begins to kind of lumber over to the side towards the only other door in this room. It begins to push it open, and you kind of hear it as it holds the door open again.
I'm gonna walk
Going
over.
through.
You're greeted by a similar kind of circular hallway that seems to wrap around this larger room. There are also what appears to be that you can see from here 2 doors to the right, 2 doors to the left, and a hallway that continues down. And taking a quick peek, it is collapsed, unfortunately. But there appears to be the 2 doors, and it kind of begins to lumber over to the first one, pushes it open. There is a bed, a desk, some bookshelves, a mess of objects lying about, quills, old parchment. And you walk in and touch the kind of linen on the bed, and it is long since turned hard and kind of started to decay. It's
being nice.
very brittle. And once again, going to each of the doors eventually, opening all 4 doors, and it does seem that these are kind of rooms that he's leaving the doors open for.
Were these your friends' rooms?
Yes and no.
Oh,
No.
wait, I recognize that one. That means that you can unbuckle your seatbelts.
You're free to move out the gallery.
This is your captain's Can I go look at the objects?
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess of just kind of protractors, some
Protractor.
quills, some very fancy quills.
He was an intellectual.
There- There's some inkwells that have long since dried and kind of smells pretty bad. There's old parchment with scribbles on them.
Are there any weapons?
No weapons.
Can I ask
I
you
have
something?
I
Sure.
have a question.
Can you draw? Like, can you write?
The herb method.
We won't know what he says.
How about you just give him a piece of paper and see what he does?
Yeah. Can you draw real quick? Or like, can you write the word herb down?
Sure. Are you providing it?
Yeah.
Tiny
You kind of
pencil.
hold it, and it takes the teeny tiny quill that you have, and kind of very loosely begins to write out in very archaic looking common the word herb.
Alright, guys, I got y'all.
Can
Wait,
you draw your friends?
I have a
That's
question. I have a question
understandable.
before we
That
move
fancy.
past this. Did your master live down here?
And you see the hand kind of pointing up.
No, he's not dead. We've already established that.
No, not dead.
Oh.
Dead.
Can you speak this way? And I'm saying this telepathically.
Seems to have heard you, but
Thinks bomb.
Okay.
We need
Can
to
you write-
sleep.
Write your name, please. No.
No.
Can we give you a name?
You already have a name.
I'm so sad by this automaton.
Where can we find your name? How do we know your name?
Let's properly address you.
You have to ask a yes or no question.
Write your name down.
dang it.
Is it in one of these books? No.
Do you have a name?
What's your master's name?
You want to answer my question?
Could you write it?
That was a long one. Or said a sentence.
It
It's-
seems to be trying to communicate, but there's a lack of understanding on both ends.
Frustration.
It
Okay,
seems to
can
have
I
been trying
make
to
can I make
explain.
another can I make an insight check and see if I can understand the notes that he's playing again? Can I try again? Or
I'd say you can try again. It's going to be a higher DC. So go ahead and make another
Okay.
insight check.
What if I take my paper and I draw out a
Ouija board.
19.
You also have your inspiration.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Using your inspiration?
Yeah, I'm using my
Go
inspiration.
for it. Add it to the roll.
Okay, plus 6. No, plus 9.
Plus
And then
your
this was what,
insight mod.
insight?
Plus your
Inside mine, plus 4. Okay, so that's
She's
23
using her
plus
inspiration.
9
She won.
is 31.
32.
32.
32. Listening to it, it's definitely communicating to you. It's talking in a language that it knows solid. It's a language that is simple. It's archaic. But you also get the sense that you're missing something to understanding it. That there's
Maybe there's something wrong with this voice box.
Could be something wrong with the voice box.
Codality hand signs.
But you also get the sense that while it has slowly been understanding you more and more and accurately, you get the sense that it's not necessarily frustrated, but it doesn't have the ability to communicate certain words, as in almost as if it's not allowed to.
Maybe it wasn't programmed to say something.
Okay. So it's
The bake.
so it's not that there's no way we can figure it out.
It's more we're saying maybe it can't tell you.
Right, okay. Okay, okay.
Maybe it doesn't know.
It can't okay. I relay this to everyone. I don't think it can tell us.
We need to sleep.
I knew you were gonna say
I
it.
think
So there's 4 rooms?
I hope that I have not been leaving a trail of blood.
A little bit. Well, you guys patched up your...
No, yeah, we patched
Yeah,
it
we
up.
You stopped the bleeding.
patched up
Yeah.
wounds.
Yeah.
I
Stop
don't
the bleeding.
want
Just been
if
limping
we
around.
if we're gonna take watches, I want to take the first one, and I'm so like I think
You can take
Gwen
watches
is
if you
so
want.
invested
I'm-
that she's gonna investigate these
I
rooms.
mean, we only have 4 rooms. So.
I'm
I got up. We're stacking the beds.
for more room for
I'm top
activities.
Sleeps on
Okay,
the room.
um,
Decker couch.
all of these rooms are within like a 20-foot range of each other, like the doorways, right?
20 foot's a bit of a stretch. Each one is... The two to the right and the 2 to the left are about 20
If I was to
close.
cast alarm like in the center of the room, like would I be able to? Would it work? To be
You
able
could
to
probably cast in the middle of the hallway. So that,
to like reach all 4 doorways.
yeah.
that I would say you could close off the branches where it branches off
Mm-hmm.
on either side, so you could basically make a ring
Yes.
with alarm.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
That way we can all just sleep because it'll wake me up if something happens.
What I'm saying is, as a character, I don't think Gwyneth wants to sleep. I think she wants to figure this out.
Okay.
So I think she wants to like investigate while everybody's asleep. So here's what I'm gonna
Yeah. Just so you know, if you don't rest for a day,
I
you
know.
risk taking a point of exhaustion.
Can I take a short rest? Like I investigate
take a
for a
short
little
rest,
bit
yeah, if
and
you want
then
Go for it.
okay.
So, as everybody sets up for a long rest, Gwyneth, what are you doing?
I'm investigating anything I can. So well, I don't want to set off the alarm, but
I would say after a while, you do notice that the animals have been brought down to where the trees and the kind of the crops are.
Beetles just vibe.
The beetle is out of its element.
okay.
He does not know what is
Is
going
the automaton is it still awake?
It seems to be tending to the garden.
Okay.
Playoffs.
Are these naturally occurring? So there's science behind it. Are you missing parts? Have we seen everything important to see? Should we have tried to investigate those blocked up areas? knowing this, she thinks. And you said in that cavern there is another.
In the hallway upstairs, there's another door.
Okay, but it's blocked off.
It wasn't blocked off. It just you guys just.
I'm gonna go investigate that.
Okay, so you go upstairs. The story is more intricate than the others, and you kind of give it a push. Nothing happens. It appears to be locked.
Okay.
There is kind of a large kind of lock.
Can I take second?
Can I cast knock on it?
Do you have knock?
I do.
Yeah. You cast knock, and you hear a bar slide as many mechanisms begin to undo themselves, as it was a mechanical lock. And the door opens up, and the air of centuries rushes out as this kind of very musty smell. This door has obviously not been opened since long before this place was abandoned.
Yeah.
And inside, it is a larger dormitory of sorts. Inside there are large bookshelves, 3 of them specifically, as well as this large desk with lots of journals that have been kind of written and put to the side. There is a grand bed that seems to be kind of placed in the corner.
I crash. No.
It's
Pick the best room, guys!
It is much nicer than the other, but the most noticeable thing in here is this large circular sigil on the other side of the room that has these large kind of hanging glass shards
So it's
from the ceiling.
okay. So it's not something you like can pick up. It's like something that's like hanging.
Make an Arcana check.
Ooh, okay. Sorry. Oh, 4.
4.
I don't know.
You're not really well versed in whatever this is, but you stand at the center of this kind of sigil on the ground, and it doesn't light up or anything. And you kind of look around at the glass shards, and you see that they're all kind of focused on you. It's almost like they move as you kind of walk around the room looking at them, just kind of always facing you. She can tell you when she gets downstairs.
Testing what?
That's not what I said.
Oh.
That being said,
Okay, I think I know.
that's what you see in the room.
I don't know why I did that. I did an animal handling check. Just.
I would like to handle the animal.
Okay.
Beast.
Can I handle the elephant in the room? Okay, proud of that one.
Can I cast Dispel Magic?
You casting Dispel Magic in this room?
I'm afraid it's gonna ruin things, though.
What are you doing?
Are you?
Okay, wait, before I cast anything.
Are you hurt?
You tell me.
A little. I'm at 15. So.
I didn't.
No, you're fine.
No, I know.
What are we talking about? I never heard anything from him.
I know. I know you guys know.
I've never said anything.
Now I'm worried I should kill myself. Okay. Before I cast
I'm so confused
Yeah.
right now.
What you doing?
anything,
Gwyneth.
I want to look in one of the very first journal that's on this desk. I want to open it.
You walk over and open it. It's all gibberish.
I'll do it. Okay.
Like
It's all
every
Greek to me.
other book here.
Okay. Then.
But it does seem to be a journal versus more of a
Journals.
text of scholarly text
Then I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic.
on.
The sigil.
You cast Dispel Magic.
They're laughing. I feel like that's
And
wrong.
you look around.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
It's still following me.
What?
The glass shards.
Still, yeah.
Where's the robot? 'Cause that's where I'm at. It's left on
He's in the
top of his
garden.
head.
Yeah. You're on his shoulder.
Aw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I awake?
Are you trying to get a long rest?
Yeah.
No. So, Gwyneth, are you calling it quits for the night, or going to bed, or what you doing?
So on the desk, there's the journals, the bed, the sigil,
Mhm.
and then
3 large bookshelves.
3 large bookshelves.
Lots of books. There's the kind of glass shards chained to the ceiling, and the sigil. That really intricate door you opened.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna call it quits. Go to bed.
All right, so you guys all go to bed, and everybody can mark off a long rest.
Me too.
Yep. You can. Yeah. You went on a 20-minute expedition. You're gonna wake up 20 minutes later.
Sounds good.
You can share what you want with the group if you would like.
Can I do a morning
No, it's
workout
my
routine?
information to know. I locked the door.
Wanna get big with
I locked the door behind me. No.
Okay.
No. So yeah, I share the information. There's an interesting sigil. I don't know what
you
it
show me
is,
it?
but
Let's take a look at
Let's
this
go on a field
interesting
trip.
Let's
sigil.
go look at this, guys.
Yeah.
You guys all
Cruising
funnel
on down
upstairs.
Main
Some of you a
Street.
bit faster than the others.
Oh, no,
With
we don't
anticipation.
Please.
Looking about, you come to the room, see everything that I've previously described. You've all heard.
This looks familiar. Yes.
To you two, and Chris.
What?
Looks very familiar.
Herb?
Wait,
No,
say-
Herb, make a history check.
Wait,
on the new
say-
man.
Say that
New
one more time for the
apprentice.
audience.
Hmm?
For the audience, just say it one more time so they already hear you right. You say the whole thing again, I wasn't listening. I was looking at something.
It is a room with 3 large bookshelves.
17.
17? You do recognize this room.
Is it the incident of?
The
You
incident.
have visions of fire
Incident.
Yeah.
and charred corpses
Can I cast light?
in the room.
Yeah.
Where are you casting it?
Well, because I have.
You have memory of it.
Yeah. Can I just do put it in the face of it
So you stand at the center of the sigil,
yeah.
and as you cast light, it is bright as the sun in the palm of his hand. As
He is gone.
Before he
his
is
light
burned.
I was gonna
pours
say,
out
is
and-
light verbal and or somatic?
I believe it is both.
Yep.
So if I see him casting, I'm gonna like.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
it's not verbal. It's not somatic. It's just verbal. And
Okay, I've heard him cast
You've
light
heard-
before,
you've
so
heard
I'm.
it. Yeah. You cover your eyes, and the daylight rushes out from his palm. It is warm. It is radiant. Like the sun, it's. Get the sunglasses out, Reagan. Take them home.
Sorry.
It's fine.
I
But
can take
Can I
it.
cast identify?
on.
This sigil.
Give me
So as you cast identify on the sigil, it doesn't really come back with any information. It's almost like it doesn't affect the sigil itself.
So the magic doesn't affect the sigil.
It's like it didn't connect with it. Almost as if there was something protecting it. So, that being said,
Like it has something that protects it from detection magic.
perhaps. Or from even connecting.
Identify.
sketching the sigil in my journal.
Cassandra's also doing the same. She's basically just been sketching and writing down everything.
Absolutely,
But she's
this
been
is-
quiet.
Quite defined.
Like every new room.
So
is some
even
pages.
after dispelling the magic, there's something that's protecting it.
You get the sense it didn't connect.
Okay.
I tried to read a book. Draconic book.
You read the Draconic.
I look under
What
the
does
bed.
it say?
Well, it starts with basic words.
Dang. It's just basic grammar
Conjugation
Draconic.
Draconic,
Yes.
well, from the ancient language to Draconic.
I look under the bed.
I mean, you can
Look
study
at
that
that.
and learn a little bit of the ancient language.
Can
There's a
I try to
lockbox.
learn the ancient language?
Oh.
Okay.
Lockbox.
You
No.
pull out, you see,
I'm
you
great
see
at
she
picking
pulls out
locks.
this kind of very elongated chest of sorts. There's a lock on it.
I cast
I'm
knock.
so. Oh.
Knock, you cast. Nothing happens.
Let me
Seems like the lock might be a bit more
Hey,
than.
Icarus,
I'm gonna look in the
Come
desk
look.
for a key.
come look and see what I found.
You rifle through the desk. Rifle. There's papers and quills. There's no key.
Can
It's
I?
in secret drawers.
Make an investigation. But what are you trying to do?
Pick the lock.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make a lucky check. It's your sleight of hand plus your proficiency. Do you have tools?
Oh, you know what?
Use my
Probably
finger.
not.
He
I
grows
turned
his
my
finger.
Into a,
twig.
that's actually
Yeah.
pretty smart.
You don't have them?
Because
Wait.
everything got
Well,
stolen and I
Herb-
didn't buy new tools.
Herb walks up to
What
you,
comes under disguise kit?
and you watch as his finger extends.
That's
Like
not
Alex.
necessarily what you have. That's
Alright,
just what you can
Ethan, are you
use.
using my finger?
You can attempt to use Herb's twig finger.
Turns his arm.
With make a lockpick check with disadvantage.
I'll try it.
Wait.
It was a 7.
The 7. Yeah, don't find
This is
it.
I have a light flare and I don't
And
know.
this is.
what
It
you
says
did.
that you can use.
Hey, William.
I know.
What's up?
I'm looking at my
Can I-
inventory.
Try to learn ancient Draconic.
I read that as
You're trying to learn the language that
I have
Ancient
Canada in my backpack, everyone.
You speak Draconic.
I know, but ancient.
So I should just wait.
It's not. Oh, you're trying to learn the ancient language.
Clothing gear.
Yeah, you can certainly try.
I'm gonna sit with him and do the same thing.
So,
Up
sorry, you said this is sleight of hand and proficiency?
Yep, with disadvantage,
Yep.
because you're using herb tools.
Well, neither of those were good, actually. Can you believe it?
I'm intellectual.
10.
10. Herb, you kind of give your fingers to Icarus, who is kind of taking his time and being very gentle until you feel a snap.
No!
Herb, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you pull your fingers out and they are gone. Stuck in the lock.
Sorry.
Like a few days. to
Can
regrow.
is the automaton too big to go up the stairs?
No, he goes up and down. Yeah. No, the hallways here are large.
Okay. Can I guide him up to?
Sure, you can.
Okay, so I go back down the stairs and
You bring him back up.
I take his little hand.
Sure.
Come.
Follows.
It's a big hand.
It's big hands.
It's big hands.
clawed hands.
Yeah.
I don't care. I grab his finger.
Yeah.
And I take him up. Is there anything that you could help us with in here?
Appears in the room.
Bro's
Okay,
clueless.
thank you.
Was
I'm
this,
sorry.
Was this your master's room?
Yes.
Can you show me? Is there anything that you want to show us, like important, or like anything that we haven't seen yet?
Okay. While this is happening, since he answered that question, I am pulling books from the bookshelves,
Sure.
trying to see if there's a like secret door or passage or like
Okay.
a cabinet or
Make an
something.
investigation check. Go for it.
While all that's happening, can Cassandra go back down to the map room? And
Start charting everything, or
yep.
got it.
No, wait.
Let's ride.
Yeah.
Or-
There's map. There are similar handwritten maps on the tables too. 10. You don't find anything. No secret doors, unfortunately. But you have the lockbox.
No fake books.
With a key in them?
Now with the 10.
Just rifling through books.
Yeah.
There's the
Can I
sigil.
break open the box?
You can certainly.
You're over here like,
Oh.
that's our artifacts!
I slam it on the ground. No.
There's a lock.
How does it?
Do something to the lock specifically or the box?
I will.
I would like to cast a
Bite it.
spell on the box. Wait.
Bite
I
it.
cast fireball.
Bite it, Chris. Bite it. Bite the
I'll
lock.
bite the
Bite the
box. Can I
box.
bite it? The lock.
No.
Hold on.
Can I bring the box to that room and cast Guiding Bolt?
Can't. Chris, what were you gonna say?
Bite the lock.
You're gonna try and bite the lock.
Bite the lock.
You can do it!
Okay. Make an honor strike against the lock.
He's letting us fight the boss.
His teeth
Did
are
you
jacked
say-
up for the rest
Did you
of the
say
time.
yes or no to dispel?
Wait.
You didn't say anything. I thought he asked if he could dispel it.
He wants to do a spell on it.
He
Oh.
said guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt.
That's a dispel's a different situation.
No, I know. I thought he said. I guess I heard him say do a spell. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
He did and said guiding bolt.
24.
To hit,
Yes.
roll damage
Which is
What?
just D20 plus 8.
I'll see
No.
how this goes.
Wait.
for your unarmed
This
strike.
is-
One of his
It
teeth
just says
goes
three.
right
Yeah,
in the
so
It's
lock.
just your strength score, I guess.
Okay. Sir Chris, you grind your teeth, you hold the lock out, and then take a massive bite into it.
Yummy.
And as you bite into the lock and pull away, there is a sizable dent where he has bent the
I didn't
kind
break
of...
it.
Didn't break it, not with
It's a
3
bit-
points, man.
Can I
But you did hit it. And
Bite
you
it
did
again.
do some damage to it.
again.
You doing it again?
I will. What's an effective way to do it? Can I get my sword?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's a lot better than
How
fighting
big
it.
is this box?
Yeah, how big is the box?
It's about 3 foot by 2 foot.
Okay.
It's just
Okay.
like a chest.
Coffin.
kinda.
So it's like a
Okay, I get
It's like a
my
flat chest.
I get my mace.
I was thinking like
Yeah,
briefcase
mace.
sized
I
at
get
most.
the mace.
Okay.
And I
She's over here
Make
biting
an
her
attack roll
nails.
with
She's
the
like,
mace.
don't ruin it.
Hey, we're making
Biting
good
is
rolls.
Less risky.
no plus
Could have
5.
lost all his teeth.
Oh,
on a
21.
bad roll.
Yeah.
21.
21 hits.
Okay,
Roll
1d6
damage.
plus 4.
Cassandra
Whoa.
since it's something
10.
10.
A bludgeon.
Yep.
You watch as, through sheer determination and brute force,
Terminación.
That's the most brute
you
force.
watch as Chris just bites on the lock and then just remembers he has tools. He's not a caveman.
We have
And
technology.
takes it and then smashes. And as he pulls away, the lock is smashed. There is a kind of a chip in the bar itself, and you are able to kind of pull it and pop it off, and you can open the chest.
That's what I'm useful for, guys.
Yeah.
Not running into battle or
Yeah.
making small talk.
Okay.
Breaking box.
I assume we open it.
Anytime that
You open it?
Yeah, I'll open
Yeah.
it.
anytime there's a box,
It's
I
trapped.
break. No.
Roll death saves.
It's a mimic.
Well,
It was a locked mimic.
Well, you let him out now.
Inside
Anyway.
is another chest. It's under that.
Inside the
Box.
box
Cereal chest.
appears to be a set of very fine blue robes.
I take a.
I put one on.
Wait.
I got it
No,
first.
I broke the box.
Reagan opened the box.
I broke the
I
box.
know, but Reagan opened the box, so Reagan sees this first. The blue robes are highly decorated with what appears to be the kind of very similar in fully kind of vibrant color sigil that you saw on the door leading in. The kind of 8-pointed sun, as well as the rays that kind of rain down from it. And kind of hymned on the interior of this robe appears to be a name in a language you cannot understand.
How big is it?
You make an insight check.
How big is
I'm good
it?
at these.
It's about the size of a humanoid.
Knowledge.
18.
18?
Oh yeah.
I'd say you've spent time with the old book and you recognize these sigils, this name in particular. The only one that you've ever heard. A name that would translate to in common, Illicar. Yep.
I, assuming that I like look at her and know that she knows it, I Hinastani and I hand her the robes.
Are they the same blue as the one that was on the quarterstaff?
On the quarterstaff? No.
Okay.
Wait, it was blue?
It was purple.
Oh, that's what.
Now I
It's
want it
purple.
even more.
It is a shade of blue.
I'm
Sorry,
colorblind.
guys. I've been playing a lot
I'm-
of Breath of the Wild, and so I keep associating stuff with the color blue.
Can I try to mule? Can't do that word.
Also in the box appears to be a staff.
Can I take one? Please, Reagan. Please.
Is it a quarterstaff or like a magic staff?
It's shorter
Can
than
I
a quarterstaff.
rub my
Can I
hands
tell
on
if it has magic?
A dime staff.
Can I
I lost my staff.
rub my hands along the staff
Yeah.
and cast Identify?
Okay. Strangely enough, as you rub your hand along the staff within the box, you cannot tell what it is.
Can I take it and point it at the wall?
Take it, flip it towards the wall.
Wait,
Nothing happens.
no, I take it. I want it.
You grab it from him.
Yeah,
You pointed at
snatch
the
it
wall.
from her. No.
The wall's getting it.
No, I take it down to the.
Why
I,
go
hold
down?
on, hold on. I have an idea for
I'm
it.
gonna take
but
out my
what else
rapier
is
and
in
point it at the
box?
wall.
What else is in the box?
If there's anything.
An amulet.
An amulet.
Does it match ours?
You take it out. It's like yours, but a bit more decorative.
I let them duke it out over the amulet. I take the staff down to the automaton.
Okay. Well, the automaton's standing outside.
Oh, is
the
it
door.
still here? Do you recognize this? Will that help you speak to us? I don't want it.
I'm gonna take the amulet.
Mhm.
Can this help us speak to you? No. Is it like these? Is it the same? No, it's not the same. I'm saying too many things. Sorry.
Does it have the same properties?
It is the same.
Does it do the same thing?
Do we leave it here?
Hmm?
Do we leave it here?
I don't know.
I don't care.
Should we leave it here for your master?
Well, the door hasn't been opened in a very long time, so I assume he's not coming back for it.
Yes, but still.
Who has
Is it a sacred amulet?
He doesn't know.
He can't answer.
Has the owner of these things been here recently?
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Is
We-
he coming
we already
back?
know. I don't know. Do you miss him?
Oh.
Wait, was that you?
Yes, yeah.
It was the yes ding.
He misses you.
Aww.
Illicar?
And we just broke his entire.
Illicar is your master? He's above.
Is he dead?
Yes. He's the worm.
The worm has a wizard hat.
No!
The worm
It
has a
was the
wizard hat. Word has a wizard hat.
How did we not see this before?
Does he have duty in the up in the city?
You kind of. And you can make an insight check as to what it's trying to communicate.
Hey, Reagan.
Inside
Because
check.
you've been the one who's been
No.
trying to interrupt you, Miss Bard.
So,
Anybody else want to go try?
Quarters done.
I have
I don't
advantage
know
since I know music.
What'd you get?
I got a 7.
You're not really sure what it's trying to communicate, but it almost sounds like it's trying to correct something.
What did you just say?
So I asked if he was helping him, if he was
If you had
doing
business.
duties
duty
in the city.
Shut up.
He's doing
Okay,
duty in
okay,
the
okay.
underground.
But he's trying to correct
Bro was
that.
dutying out.
Duty in the city.
Is
Does he
Ilakar a
have
woman?
duty he's attending to? Shut up. I'm trying to be.
Is he a she?
Makes no sense.
Progressive.
She.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he's trying to tell
Well, we
us
know
that.
how Gwyneth feels about feminism.
Murder! Gwyneth's
She's
eyes
shutting
turn
me
red. She hates women. Die.
She gets a tear in her eye. Takes a step away from Gwyneth.
I know what I'm about to do.
Okay. So, do you know what kind of magic she uses, if any? Is it nature?
Is it time?
Ooh. That's a thing.
That's
So why?
No.
Has she traveled to a different time? I don't know.
Has she stayed the same
say.
through time?
She's an old lady.
She's Numos.
Meta.
You say Numos and he goes wild.
You say Numos, and Numos appears. He's a big dragon, guys. It's an inside joke thing.
Dad?
Stop it with us. Are you my mother? Numos on the gun.
No.
Is he actually an orb?
Stop asking your meta questions from a campaign 40 years ago.
That was 40 years. Wow.
We're old. I said it's my birthday, guys.
It's my birthday.
She's 41.
That means it's true.
I point to the rune. Does this mean anything to you?
Which rune? Are you pointing towards the
The-
glass or?
Yeah. The sigil. Yes. Is it magical? Is it
Stop at the eyebrows.
is it just her magic?
This strengthens or amplifies magic.
Is he here for like a specific reason? Like what?
You asking the automaton is he here?
Is it to tend to the garden?
Oh. If you guys asked about time magic, maybe she has to use these runes to actually use the full power of the time. Like what if she can go back further or back forward, like better than she normally can with the runes? Is that true?
You asking automaton?
Yeah.
That's above it. That's
Thanks
above
for
my
that.
pay
So
grade.
good. You don't know.
I mean, it's a reasonable inference. You know that it strengthens
Can you
magic.
show us what you're here for?
Bro, activated the ringtone.
And it takes a finger and points right and presses it into the amulet on your chest, and right into yours as well.
You guard these? No.
For
You're
these
here to
two.
wear.
You're here for them.
What was
To protect
what
them.
was the girl's name? Is
Illicar.
Illicar. Did Illicar make these?
Do they have
Do we
time
need-
magic?
Do we need to return these to Illicar?
Are they to protect them?
You guys are lucky.
Well, the time magic and the protection we've encountered a little bit already.
And they're stolen.
Well, listen, we're
You're acting
automaton.
awfully British for an American.
What you mean, love?
But the automaton doesn't need to know.
the fact of the matter
What'd you
is
just say to me?
that's the thing. The automaton's
Sorry,
not
Britain
here for
audience,
us.
If we take
Right, it's for the
America Day not too long ago.
It's actually the
It's Everyday's America Day here.
USA, USA.
UK.
What?
Except for when we did celebrate. Good job, Mr. President.
We celebrated Victoria Day.
We did celebrate Victoria Day.
What's your secret?
Me?
Okay.
You asking the automaton?
The
No.
audience.
He's asking Victoria what her secret.
We're getting meta.
Oh.
Wow, that really went over your head.
It did.
Did
I'm focused on the game head.
we're in the
The
master
master's
bedroom?
Pretty much. Call it what it is.
Can they
It's not what's
communicate
in.
with her through them?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
You don't know.
It was different.
Oh,
That's-
it
yeah.
was different.
That was different than I
That
don't
was interesting. Can I kind of like walk it back towards the garden?
know. Sure.
And like to the headstones.
Eat a berry.
Kind of gesture to the headstones. Maybe. Did they have one of these?
I walk to the garden and I pick a berry. Chris, eat this.
Okay. Put in your mouth. It's delicious.
Oh my
It's really sweet.
More.
It's really good
He'll be by the
compared to the beef
berry.
jerky you've been eating for the past 4 days.
He'll be by the berry bush.
Can I
Start running.
point to the sketch that I made of the older version of Coal Hall?
Yeah.
And like to the Pluto Hole area and be like, is this place and this place connected?
And he kind of watches it. Begins to trail off back up the staircase.
I'm gonna follow it.
Okay. You follow it
Please vote.
up to the map room once again. And you kind of see as it reaches over and kind of grabs quill, some parchment, and goes to an inkwell and kind of dips it. And there's no ink, but begins to scratch into the the parchment.
Can I get it some ink?
Sure, you put some ink back, and it kind of takes notice and dips it in. And as it begins to kind of sketch almost a ring, and then begins to draw lines through the ring, almost kind of scribbling out little sections here and there.
What?
He watched
Hand us the
ring.
map.
Does it look like anything I've seen?
It's a ring with what appears to be 3 big kind of strikes throughout
Does it look like the sigil on the door?
It doesn't quite look like any sigils or any recognizable things. It seems to be. Go ahead and make an insight check.
I want to make
Both
it.
or
Whoever's doing this.
I want to make it.
What'd you get?
Natural 20. Let's woo!
Nice.
Woohoo!
I got. He knocked mine, but it was a 17.
I rolled one for
Plus
me on my birthday.
well,
18,
Your
19.
couple days.
Don't say
Well,
that.
I rolled a
It's
21.
birthday week.
Okay.
But
Birthday week.
I'll let her.
So, Nastani, as you kind of are paying attention and it continues to draw scratch marks, it's trying to get a concept across. Fracturing. A broken thing. Things separated, and you kind of watch as arrows are drawn pointing away, and then it begins to physically tear the parchment and move it across the table.
Are you talking about the moon?
And it kind of stops and looks over at you. And I'll say with your insight check, you're touching on a subject as it kind of stares at you. That wasn't relevant, but does have some recognition. As it kind of just stares, no response. And eventually, it goes back to moving the pieces.
Whatever
And
you
then
just
it
asked
takes
from.
the pieces and puts them onto the larger kind of globe at each of the 3 red markers on the map.
Are
Do you
these like
know
the-
where
So
these
it's-
places have gone?
Was this the original place?
I don't.
I don't think I've heard that before. Is that totally new?
That's a fairly new one, yeah.
God, I wish
You were close.
it's driving me nuts.
Do you
In a
know what
sense-
you need for us to communicate clearly?
We've
done
done
this
this
Me too,
dance.
kid.
Should we talk about the moon?
Yes and no. And yes.
Is it
Do you
something?
know-
I feel like we should have been writing this down the whole time.
Is it something we should fix? Is it something we can fix?
I want you guys to know Gwen is so frustrated that she cannot figure this out. So is Reagan, but Gwen is very much frustrated.
And it places its hand once again on the globe where the 3 kind of separated cuts of the ring are now. And it looks over back at you, Nastani.
These can fix it? I'm gonna take the amulet, the more engraved one. If we find these at the other locations, do they fix it?
Do we need to bring these places back?
Are there more like you to help bring back?
I
Doesn't
don't
know.
That's the 1, 2, 3, like that.
I
thing, so
don't know.
1, 3, 2, yeah.
Yeah, 1, 3, 2, my bad.
If you want to get more specific, it's 2, 6, 4.
Well,
It's not crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Let's not get music theory over here, man.
I should be knowing this!
I get basically half an octave to work with at the time, so. Anyway.
How good are my maps looking?
They're pretty good. You've been here for a while, like hours. They are pristine looking. They're completely strange to the maps that you're used to. And even ancient maps, only the oldest of old really come close to looking like these. They're entirely unique. Big fine.
I had a lot
Big
of
fight.
stuff to take back with me.
So, we need to bring something back from these 3 places? The places themselves?
To bring the place itself back.
Back
Back to
to the
its-
way it was?
How do we?
Have they completely disappeared?
Are the books to help us? The books help us bring it back. Is there an Arxaw on the map?
You recognize the plateaus, but make a history check.
21.
The plateaus look strange. They're a bit smaller than what you're used to. They don't quite match up to the scale of the grand plateaus of Arxa.
But is the capital there?
There's no physical city that you can see.
Can I try and see how old, or like,
How
like
old?
an estimation? Like,
History check.
I forget if we've already asked this, but
Mhm.
do you know how to bring this back, to restore it?
Ellicott?
I
gesturing to the map. Where is Illicar?
Takes a look.
When is Illicar?
Why is it?
Who is Gamora?
Why is Gamora?
If I stand very still.
It
Dave
goes
Bautista.
to point and then pulls the finger back. And it almost looks puzzled by this, if it could.
I apologize if this is rash, but is anything buried with your friends?
Oh, we're digging up the grave.
Oh, I don't want to.
Save that for next person.
Could it help us?
For science.
No.
Don't disturb the graves.
Don't disturb the graves.
You're not
Personal belongings.
We will not touch the graves.
Can I cast
It's like, okay.
It's like,
No, I want to stay with the automaton forever.
As she's still sketching things, she's kind of been listening in, and she stops and like looks up at him. But this place used to not be buried the way that it is, or has it? Yes. It wasn't always underground.
Makes sense.
Do you know anything about the rocks? Could you date the rocks that are here? That have collapsed?
You can ask him out, but if you're gonna date him, that's up to them.
Oh,
Take him to
I-
dinner first.
I've seen a lot of things, a lot of old, very old things, but even this is beyond my knowledge. It's just, it's so interesting.
I cast
Very, very old.
dig up the graves and cast speak with the dead.
No!
Are you going down there?
No!
Okay.
Do not disturb the
No.
graves.
Might change the situation.
No! Do not hurt this thing. I'm so much
Dodie goes into
I
attack
will kill
mode.
Herb.
Terminator.
I'm saying this right now.
It is a huge automaton with claws.
Did this place get buried over time just from, yes, nature? Just kind of happened.
When you say nature.
Oh.
Magic.
Was it intentional?
That's not it.
Did Illicar bury it? That's, I don't know.
I'm at a loss, man.
Do you know if this place was hidden on purpose? That's not, I don't know. I'm very sure I'm doing.
Oh my god, I wish I understood.
Alright, what you guys doing?
Is there a way to the surface from here?
He's not letting us leave.
And he shuffles out.
Follow me.
I'm following
And he
you.
opens up the door back to the outside. It kind of peers out, and then you just hear the door closes back in the cavern. Starts lumbering down the hallway. Goes to the dead end. Walks over to the staircase,
Here.
and then stops, and it kind of turns, and then it moves towards the master bedroom. And it looks inside as it stands before the large runic circle.
Does anyone know teleport?
Teleport. 7th level.
We use these to get out?
Could you point the direction which we can leave to? Like, can you point? The rune? Is that what he's pointing to?
He's pointing kind of towards this large glass apparatus, kind of gesturing towards the runes on the sigil on the floor, as if gesturing towards this seems to be
Magical.
your best way out,
Okay.
using whatever this amplifier is.
I'm gonna
When?
bring our rides in here.
It is
If
cramped.
you
Can I try and cast
Misty
Guiding Bolt at the same
No! Do not! No!
Okay.
What do you,
I will kill Herb.
Can I kind of go in the middle and can I cast message?
Yeah.
Ooh.
As you go to cast message, who is your intended target?
My intended target is going to be Gwen.
Gwen.
Okay.
That's the intended target.
Kill me.
Okay. What's Sam?
You can hear me, right?
And she can.
Yes.
You can hear me, right?
I'm right next to her. I'm like, yeah, I can hear you.
Who said that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. She's gonna do it again. Same to Gwen.
Mm.
Can anyone else hear me?
Everybody can.
So it does amplify.
does this sigil
Could you
have any
cast it to somebody that's not in that room?
Instruction
Or does it
manual?
teleportation properties of its own?
You asking the automaton?
Yes.
Wait, what did you ask?
So we should use some teleportation magic with this. Is that I think so?
Yeah.
How tall is the room?
It's the master bedroom here is fairly large. To the ceiling is maybe about 40 feet.
Is there a bookshelf? Like how tall do the bookshelves go? Are
They
they
reach
just
the ceiling.
They reach the ceiling?
Yeah.
Is there a spot kind of above them to like crawl into,
I
or
mean,
do they
not
hit the?
crawl, but you could like slide your fingers in there maybe
Oh,
if you
okay.
got up there.
Are there
Is
any
there ladders?
spell
There's no ladders.
scrolls?
You guys have searched there pretty
Pretty thoroughly.
thoroughly.
I'm going to make an attempt for something. Might not work. She's gonna attempt to cast Misty Step to the top of the to grab onto the top of the bookshelf,
Okay.
which is 40 feet.
Where you just casting that at the bottom of the bookshelf going up?
From the center, from the sigil.
Yeah.
She's just aiming for it.
Yeah. So you focus on the top of the bookshelf, aiming to put your fingers right there. And as you go to cast Misty Step, there is a ring that apparates from the center of you, and there's a great flash of white, and you feel yourself drop to the ground. And after this great flash is over, there's another great flash after a brief second over at where the bookshelf is, and you catch yourself. I would argue, actually, yeah, you've used it, and you've used it. You recognize it as not Misty Step, but as a teleport.
If it amplifies, would that change the way that your magic works?
Seems like it.
Yes.
I'm yelling.
Go
'cause
from, like,
obviously.
I'm
not-
gonna
You slide down your monk. You got it.
slide down the hall.
Slide down. Yeah.
Hold.
It seemed to cast the effects of teleport versus Misty Step.
Okay.
Okay.
So if it works the same way teleport does, then you should be able to take people with you.
In theory.
in
How many
theory.
people does teleport take?
Sorry.
That was really well timed. Teleport to Siri.
Sorry.
I think
Siri, teleport me home.
eight in total,
8 supposedly.
supposedly.
Yeah. 8 supposedly. You guys don't have the teleport spell on hand. But
Yeah,
8 supposedly.
just try to.
I see what it looks like, guy.
Yeah.
Can we at least take Urena with us?
I could take
Got
two other
6.
things.
2 other things.
Wait. Oh wait. Can you
Urena
guys use
and
Misty Step?
Dubro.
Wait.
You take the automaton.
I want to take the
We
automaton.
take the automaton.
But no, I
to the
don't want to
surface
take it from its
world.
hole.
Can we take the voice?
D-
Wait. Okay. I have a question.
Souvenir.
Do you two know Misty Step?
Nope.
No. You've just seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I am an archer at best.
Okay. Never mind then. Yeah.
Do you want to come with us?
Are you able to come with us? Yeah.
Can I stay?
It's so cute and sad.
Quinn so badly wants to stay.
This is our base, guys.
She forgets everything she wanted to do
This
prior.
is our
always
home.
a desert.
This is our home now.
So.
Sandra packs up all her stuff. I'm sure she has all the maps that she has and all the paper. Her bag is very heavy now.
Absolutely.
All right.
Chris does 1,000th push up while waiting.
He has been doing it.
Pick your
so
two favorite
sad.
friends.
All of us? Wait, I'm so.
I'm gonna take all of you, but I can't take all the animals.
Beetle.
Beetle's OP.
Or me and Mr. Chris can take the beetle out another way.
Oh yeah.
Beetle and your.
And you guys can take all
The
the
automaton's like, no.
Well, I don't know
Dig.
if the beetle will fit here.
That's what I'm saying.
Beetle
like,
can get in the hallway and you can kind of make a daisy chain.
Let's do it!
Daisy chain Beetle time!
I have one more
And
question.
Eureka.
I have one more
Eureka.
question.
One more question.
Have we learned everything we're supposed to learn here?
Can we come back here? Alright, we're good.
Wait, what if?
But
You
what
know
if
where it
something-
is.
Will you be locked back in the chamber?
Probably so.
But we will come back and save it.
So wait,
We'll come back.
when you're in the chamber, who takes care of the garden?
Do you?
This
Do
is
you
the
know
chamber
how
episode.
you take care of the garden? Is it magic?
It's gardening.
Magic of botany.
But I know, but if he's in,
Magic of-
I thought he was locked in a separate chamber, or is that
That
chamber
was just the front.
connected?
That was just the front door. That was the
Yeah.
foyer.
JK, I thought it was a chamber, and we went out of the chamber. Okay,
Nah.
that,
He's not
Okay.
locked.
Okay.
He seems to be roaming free.
Let's daisy chain and go.
Daisy chain
To-
go.
Aurelia?
Where are we going?
You guys want to take the
Aurelia?
lizard with you?
Where are we going?
You can attempt to take the lizard.
Should we just go to
I'm
the
not saying a
staff
word,
house?
but
No,
you
no,
can
no. I said you guys want to take the lizard, not
just want
stay.
Beetle.
Best if we have an exact location.
I don't think we
I
should.
don't
leave
wanna
the
Exact
leave.
location you said.
We should not leave the
I-
lizard.
Huh?
We should not leave the lizard.
You can
in the-
attempt to take it if you wish, but there's no
We're gonna hold that
guarantee.
team down.
We can leave Gwen.
This is an amplification, and it seems to have amplified Missy Step, but to the extent is. up
We
in
don't
the air.
know.
I'm so attached.
That
I'm
being said-
crying.
If you don't give me a location, I'm going to take myself to wherever I want to go, and you guys are going to be stuck there.
What's the name?
Aurelia.
Aurelia. Wait.
Aurelia?
Yes.
You have a branch in Aurelia.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go.
Oh, I was gonna say, why don't we try and go to the
Mid sentence.
the place, the
All right, you do it. Yeah, you did it. What if we do?
Guys, what if we just
I didn't
So-
get to say goodbye.
I thought that was your
As you
goodbye.
focus on Aurelia, where specifically?
The like the pathway to like where the front for the society is.
Sure, like out in the street or like
Like in
the interior, kind of like the dining hall area?
Yeah.
Where the bar is?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
okay.
You guys, I got way too attached to that
Roll
robot.
on.
I didn't get to say goodbye. It's fine. I'm also hormones.
Win.
Okay.
14.
14? Who's holding on to the lizard?
I can do it.
Okay. Chris, make
He's
a strength,
strong.
make a
I use your
strength
die.
check. Make a strength check for me, Chris.
Well,
Yours is a plus.
Two.
just
I'd
plus
say-
5. Strength's plus
No.
5. Wait.
Who else
No,
is holding?
that's-
Because you kind of
that's
have to
my
loop
saving
it.
throw.
So who else is holding on to the lizard?
I'm not the strongest.
You?
Hey, wait.
I'll let you either have advantage or. Both of you.
Okay,
Okay,
What?
'cause
Okay, what was the name of the
because
place?
two of you
that
have to
he
grab
was
the
talking
arms of
about
the
that
lizard.
Ellen is from?
Not
It
a
starts
natural
with
20.
P.
Unnatural 20.
Plural.
Chris, you feel that lizard slip, but you tighten your grip and you dig the claws in. You hear like, as it rears around and bites onto your arm and digs into your skin. The both of you clawing into each other, but you hold on to that damn lizard.
I got you, man.
As you are pulled through a vortex for a brief moment, a flash of light,
Goodbye.
as you poof, hit wooden floor.
I do,
The
but I can do
sweet
that.
smell of mead and the
I
dim
don't
light
think.
of candles and you hear people screaming as you have just brought a giant damn beetle, freaking lizard, and a bird into the local
Spyglass Society.
Spyglass Society branch. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm
Good
so
job,
emotional.
guys. Sorry to make you cry, Regan. I didn't
It's
think
okay.
Kalimba
I
there
love your
would.
character.
Oh, thank you.
No.
Anyway, so thank you so much for tuning into tonight. It's super late, so I'm telling everybody to go home. You've been here for a while, almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
So have a good night, guys. Don't forget to
Subscribe to
and-
make Lauren happy on her birthday.
and,
And ring the notification bell.
subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Wayward
I'll stop crying. I'll
Comment-
stop crying if you
Comment
subscribe.
happy birthday. I swear. If
Come back
don't
next
comment happy
episode
birthday
where
for
Regan's
Lauren.
tears are gone.
Yeah!